Let's start with the absolutely massive news out of YouTube, and it is that they are finally rolling out thumbnail A/B testing. If you don't know what this means, when you upload a video to YouTube, you have had the option to upload a custom thumbnail or use any one of these 3 auto-generated thumbnails from the video. Now, they are going to allow you to upload up to 3 custom thumbnails, and then they will run a test over a couple of weeks and show people these different thumbnails, and then depending on which of those thumbnails leads to the highest watch time, that will be declared the winner and set as the thumbnail for that video. If you don't want that thumbnail in the future, you will be able to overwrite that and ignore that and still choose whatever thumbnail you want. You could remove it. You could still do everything that you could, but they are now rolling out this ability to run these tests. This is something that is so incredibly exciting to me because this is a feature that I have been following, listening to updates about for 5 years, I think. I first saw this and heard about this on the Creator Insider channel. By the way, if you're a YouTuber and you do not follow Creator Insider, go do it immediately. They put out weekly updates about what's going on, and it is made by people who work at YouTube. It is an invaluable resource. But I had to go back to the channel and look up thumbnail A/B testing, and the video that I found discussing this, the first one, was from 2019. They talked about we're rolling out this experiment to a couple of people. We just expanded the group that is in this experiment. So this has been in the works. This is something that has been on my radar and many YouTubers' radar for half a decade. And they are finally rolling it out, and I am so stoked for it. Now, this isn't available to every single channel on YouTube immediately. They mentioned that this will be rolling out over a couple of weeks, and you also need to make sure you have some settings engaged in YouTube Studio. If you go to YouTube Studio, click on Settings, click on Channel, and then click on Features. You need to make sure that advanced features are enabled, and then when this is available for your channel, you will have access to it. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the A/B testing on this podcast channel yet, and I believe this is the channel where I would get the most use out of it, but I do have access to it on one of my channels, which, if I have included any video, is where I got it from. It is available on my personal channel, my channel which with less than 1,000 subscribers, the channel where I haven't uploaded to in 3 months, 6 months, so I will get 0 use out of it. And even the videos that I do upload there, I do not have multiple thumbnails. It's just a single thumbnail and just plopping it down there. Once I get access to the A/B testing on the podcast channel or the podcastage channel, I will run some tests with this, and I'll report back to you on whether or not I see any significant change in channel or video performance. Are views up? Are subscribers up? Is watch time up on the podcastage channel? Is advertising revenue up? What do we see because we have the ability to fine-tune and choose the best thumbnail? I do think, even though I don't know what impact this will have on the channel, the reason I think this is such a big deal is because thumbnails are one of the biggest contributing factors to getting somebody to watch your video. When you're working on your metadata, you should be spending 99% of your time on your titles and on your thumbnails. And this is directly from the horse's mouth, from the legend Todd B. of the SEO YouTube team. I will include a clip from the Creator Insider channel right here where he says this.
We do look at tags a little bit, but not as much as creators think we do.
Yes, okay.
So what matters the most to us is what matters the most to the audience. And what that is the thumbnail and the title. That's what the viewers are using to decide whether they're going to start watching a video.
Yep.
And then those people go on to watch, and hopefully you gave them a good idea what they were getting into, so they watched the whole thing. So I would strongly encourage everybody to spend 99% of their metadata time on the thumbnail and title. Maybe 0.5% on that description. Don't just post your social media links in there, because if you're trying to help us understand the video, that doesn't really help us.
Your Twitter link does not help you understand the content. Yep.
No, it doesn't.
There you go. That is directly from the horse's mouth, YouTube's SEO guide that you should be spending the majority of your time on title and thumbnails. For this podcast, you may look at the thumbnails and say, wow, that sucks. But I spend quite a bit of time on the thumbnails, and I end up making 2 or 3 of them. The first one, I think, oh, this is going to be great. And then after I'm done and I upload it, I think, oh, that sucks. So I make another one. The second one, I typically think, gosh, that sucks too. And then I make a third one and say, that's good enough. That'll have to do. I'm not going to spend any more time. But I will spend 45 minutes, sometimes an hour and a half, making a thumbnail for this podcast. And now I'll be able to upload all 3 of those thumbnails and see if one of them actually does better than the other and have the data to back it up. Because in the past, I have just looked at click-through rate and thought, yeah, that doesn't look like it's doing as well as I would like. Let me try the other one. Oh, that did even worse. Let's go back to the original one. That's the data that I have. Oh, CTR isn't doing too hot. But this is going to be a much more analytical or data-backed decision, where YouTube actually knows every piece of analytics that is important to it and important to its algorithm, and using that to determine what thumbnail is the best. I want to offer a suggestion for YouTube, though, because as Todd said, thumbnails and titles are so incredibly important. You should be spending all your time on those. Maybe next they could work on title A/B comparisons. That would be interesting as well. I think that would probably take less time to do on their end, but that could be really helpful also, especially on a long-form podcast like this where I cover so many different topics, or on my microphone reviews where I could A/B test. Here's the very sterile scientific description of the video, which is what I've done for a decade or 9 years. And then here is the uber ultra clickbaity title and see which one works best. That would be so much fun. YouTube, Todd B., anybody at Creator Insider. Title A/B comparison. Not just thumbnail A/B comparison, title A/B comparison. That would be incredible. Please do that. That's it for that news. I will link the Creator Insider video where they announced this. I will also link the old Creator Insider video that I found from 2019. And I have to say, I miss Tom. Tom was amazing. He's the guy who launched Creator Insider. And anybody who's been watching Creator Insider from day one, like me, you love Tom and you miss him. He was our original friend, just like Tom on MySpace was back in 2004, 2005.